So first of all, my topic is the Environment Protection Act 1986. So first of all, I will tell this law was passed in March 1986 and came into force on 19 November 1986. The Constitution of India clearly states that it is the duty of the state to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forests and wildlife of the country. The Department of Environment was established in India in 1980s. This later became the Ministry. This later became the Ministry of Environment and Forest in 1985. The EPA means Environment Protection Act 1986 came into force soon after the Bhopal gas tragedy and is considered an umbrella legislation as it fills many gaps in the existing laws. Thereafter, a large number of laws came into existence as the problem began arising, or example, handling and management of hazardous waste rules in 1989. After that, my next slide is introduction. The concern over the state of environment has grown the world over since the 60s. The decline in environmental quality has been evidenced by increasing pollution, loss of vegetal power and biological diversity, excessive concentration of harmful chemicals in the ambient atmosphere and in food chains, growing risk of environmental accidents and threat to life support systems. After that, my next point is the world's community resolve to protect and enhance the environment. Quality found expression in the decisions taken at the United Nations Conference on the Human Environment held at Stockholm, June 1972. The government of India participated in the conference and strongly voiced for environmental concerns. While several measures had been taken for environmental protection, both before and after the conference, the need for general registration further to complete the decision of the conference had been became increasingly evident. Therefore, the Environment Protection Act 1986 was passed. After that, my next slide is objectives, in which first point is to implement the decisions made at the UN Conference on the Human Environment held at Stockholm in June 1972, to coordinate activities of the various regulatory agencies under the existing laws and creation of an authority or authorities for environment protection, to provide for deterrent punishment to those who endanger human environment safety and health. To ensure sustainable development is also one of the goals of the EPA 1986. If the act is not armed with the powers to ensure sustainable development, it becomes a beneficial. In short, the EPA 1986 aims at protecting and improving the environment and prevention of hazards to human beings, other living creatures, plants, and property. After that, my next slide is scheme of the act. The Environment Protection Act 1986 has 26 sections and it has been divided into four chapters relating to preliminary general powers of the central government, prevention, control, and abatement of environmental pollution, miscellaneous. After that, my next slide is important definitions, in which we have different sections like environmental pollutant section 2B, environmental pollution section 2C, and hazardous substance section 2E. Now, environmental pollutant means any solid, liquid, or gaseous substance present in such concentration as may be or tend to be injurious to environment. After that, environmental pollution section 2C. Environmental pollution means the presence in the environment of any environmental pollutant. After that, my last point is hazardous substance, section 2E. Hazardous substance means any substance or provision which by reason of its chemical or physicochemical properties or handling is likely to cause harm to human beings, other living creatures, plants, microorganisms, property, or the environment. And last is occupier, section 2F. Occupier in relation to any factory or premises means a person who has control over the affairs of the factory or premises and includes in relation to any substance the person in possession of the substance. After that, my next slide is general powers of the central government. In this, we have different sections. Under section 3rd, may constitute authority or authorities for the purpose of exercising or performing such of the powers and functions. And under section 4th, may appoint a person for inspection. And in section 5th, may issue directions in writing to any officers or any authority to comply. And in section 6, it empower the government to make rules to achieve the object of the act. And in section 7, person carrying on industry, operation, etc., not to allow emission or discharge of environmental pollution in excess of the standards. And in section 8, person handling hazardous substance must comply with procedural safeguards. And my next slide is penalties. Section 15th of the EPA provides that any person who fails to comply or contravenes any of the provisions of the act or the rules made or orders of directions issued under the act or rules, then for such failure or contravention, he shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 5 years, with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees with both. If the failure or contravention continues beyond a period of 1 year after conviction, the offender shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 7 years. After that, my slide is who can make the complaint. A complaint under this act can be made by the central government or any other authority by the government or any person who has given notice of not less than 60 days of the alleged offense and of his intention to make complaint to the central government or the authorized officer. And my next slide is conclusion. In conclusion, environmental pollution are affecting not only individual but also entire countries all over the world. The awareness towards improving the quality of environment has increased substantially, and all efforts are being made at different levels to minimize environmental pollution and thus help in improving the quality of life. Environmental pollution is a worldwide phenomenon. Therefore, there is a need to have a coordinated administrative structure from the international level to national level so that the environmental problems may be tackled in a coordinated and a cooperative way. The effective environmental management to the optimum allocation of finite resources among the various possible uses, and it has to be based on scientific and technological approach which takes full note. India is a soft state. It has an excellent environmentalists, but politics and or corruption prevent their effective implementation. The result has been disastrous for our environment and has for the economy too, as we are now seeing. And in my last slide is thank you, safety saver.
Okay, good. One improvement that I want you to make, that is जब आप presentation देते हो तो try करो कि जो like जो PPT में लिखा है as it is ना बोलो, ठीक है। हाँ, आप उसे किसी अदर लैंग्वेज में कन्वर्ट करके बोल सकते हो। क्यों? क्योंकि जब आप पीपीटी में कुछ लिखते हो ना, मतलब जस्ट एक ट्रिक बता रही हूँ पीपीटी की, कुछ गलत नहीं था आपका, ठीक है। जस्ट फॉर इन फ्यूचर अगर आपको सेमिनार देना पड़े तो ट्रिक बता रही हूँ कि कभी भी एज इट इज वही चीज जो स्लाइड में लिखी है वो नहीं बोलनी, ठीक है। करना क्या है, अगर अगर डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है तो उसी चीज को हिंदी में या पंजाबी में ट्रांसलेट कर सकते हो, क्योंकि हम समझाने के लिए सेमिनार दे रहे हैं। या फिर पीपीटी में सिर्फ मेजर पॉइंट्स लिख दो। मेजर पॉइंट्स मीन अगर कोई टॉपिक है, लाइक मुझे बताना है कि एयर पोल्यूशन का मेन कॉज है डिफोरेस्टेशन, और डिफोरेस्टेशन में लोग क्या करते हैं, कटिंग करते हैं ट्रीज की, ठीक है। तो मैं क्या करूंगी, मैं वहां पे सिर्फ एक पोज में सिर्फ एक डिफोरेस्टेशन वर्ड लिखूंगी, एक्सप्लेन पूरा मैं खुद करूंगी, पूरा नहीं लिखूंगी वहां पे कि डिफोरेस्टेशन इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ कटिंग ऑफ ट्रीज फॉरवर्ड जो भी है सारा कुछ, ठीक है। वो सारा नहीं लिखूंगी, मैं सिर्फ उसका एक हेडिंग लिख दूंगी, उसके बाद सारा एक्सप्लेन खुद करूंगी। उससे क्या होता है, रीडर का इंटरेस्ट, जो हमारा सुन रहा होता है ना पर्सन, उसका इंटरेस्ट बना रहता है। उसे लगता है कि हाँ मतलब सामने जो लिखा हुआ है उसने उसी के रिलेटेड कुछ बोला है। बट अगर हम वही जो लिखा है एज इट इज वही बोलेंगे तो सामने वाले को लगेगा कि चुपचाप मुझे पीपीटी भेज, मैं अपने आप पढ़ लूंगा ये चीज। कई बार ऐसे फीलिंग आती है, कई बार आती है, ठीक है। बट द थिंग इज योर कंटेंट वाज वेरी गुड, आपने ट्राई भी अच्छा किया, कॉन्फिडेंस भी अच्छा था, ठीक है। बस एक छोटी सी इंप्रूवमेंट दैट नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप पे हो, ठीक है। बाकी सारा कुछ वेरी वेल परफॉर्म।
मैम कुछ टाइम भी कम था और कल ना चेस
हाँ
का
हाँ,
टूर्नामेंट भी था,
आई
पूरा डे ना उसी में निकल गया,
राइट, आई नो,
तो हम
आई
इसे
नो,
कुछ प्रिपेयर नहीं हो पाया।
I know that. That's why I'm just giving you a trick for that. ठीक है, बाकी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी एक ट्रिक है। काफी स्टूडेंट ऐसे होंगे जिन्होंने एज इट इज ही, मतलब जैसे आपने दिया प्रेजेंटेशन ऐसी देनी है, या कई बार हो सकता है आपसे भी थोड़ी वर्स्ट हो, बोल सकते हैं आपसे वर्स्ट हो सकती है, आपसे बेस्ट भी हो सकती है, किसी भी
राइट राइट।
प्लेस में जा सकते हैं, ठीक है ना। बट सभी के लिए साथ साथ में कुछ ना कुछ सभी को सीखने को मिल रहा है, ठीक है, एक दूसरे के एक्सपीरियंस से सीखो, अच्छा है, इट्स गुड, राइट।
थैंक यू।
ओके, सो
और मैम
नेक्स्ट
एक
टाइम
और
हम,
अनाउंस कर दो कि
हाँ जी, क्या
इन्फॉर्मेटिक ना हो जाए सारे।
क्या हो जाए? जगमीत, रिपीट प्लीज, आपकी आवाज कट होके आई मेरे पास, तभी मैंने पूछा दोबारा।
मैम इन्फॉर्मेटिक ना हो जाए सारे प्लीज जब पीपीटी दे।
ओके ओके,
हम क्या कहना चाहता है?
जगमीत इंटरेक्ट करो नीरज से, शेयर योरसेल्फ।
इंफॉर्मेशन ओवरलोड, मतलब दिमाग के ऊपर से ही निकल जाए इंफॉर्मेशन और कुछ
यार
ज्यादा ही
लैंग्वेज
हो
एक ही
जाए।
आती है ना।
बेसिकली मैं
हाँ
बताती हूँ क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या आ रही है।